Hi guys, Dustin here with another Eagle Moss collection video. This is Star Trek, the official Starships Collection. And today, we are taking a look. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I jumped the gun. Not too long ago, I jumped the gun and on everything. And today, we are taking a look at the Ferengi Maurader. Sorry for that little reach there. Had to reach for something. Yep, this is the Ferengi Maurader. I'm going to tell you one thing. Ferengis, I don't like them. It's a Decora class launched in the 24th century with a length of 366 meters and a crew of 450. So, inside, here's our specifications. You have the class length from the cover. Of course, crew top speed is warp 9.6 approximately. Weaponry of directed energy weapons, forward missile launchers, aft electromagnetic, and pulse weapons. Yes, I jumped the gun on this, so bear with me. And also, this is the second magazine binder that I have. My first one, 1 through 12 right here, including the one special USS Enterprise magazine. Full. Yep. First full magazine. I'll do a 1 through 12 video cover of everything and the wrap up of videos 1 through 12, including our special. So here's our Ferengi Marauder. As always, we get the magazine. Now the Marauder, primary trade ship equipped with a large cargo hold, but what you don't know is that it's also well armed and fast. The one goal in life for all Ferengi was to supersede all other endeavors. It was pursuit of profit and vast accumulation of wealth. Now the Marauder here is very well suited to carry out Ferengi's primary concerns of trade, pirating, and smuggling. These are basically your space pirates. Their nefarious dealings meant they often had to make a quick getaway, and the Marauder was certainly fast enough to outrun most other vessels. Here it is. Here's our quick overview of everything. Captain Picard eventually called the Ferengi ship a very impressive design because of the sleek bottom. Ferengi ship did possess some technologies Starfleet vessels. In general, they were not quite as advanced. Weaponry included energy beams looking out the claws of the vessel. The Ferengi would not attack another ship unless they were sure they could defeat it. And the snakehead prow of the Marauder could extend. It actually reveals vulnerable areas of the ship when it surrendered. And a Marauder routine carried at least auxiliary craft, small warp-capable vessel similar to a Starfleet shuttle. 2366, a Ferengi shuttle, was also used to explore the Barzin wormhole. And at least one Ferengi Marauder was equipped with a brig protected by a force field door. In 2366, Riker, Troi, and her mother, the Waxna, were all detained on the bridge on board the Diamond Tog's Marauder. Ferengi I never liked. USS Enterprise NCC-171D made its first official contact with the Ferengi in 2364 after pursuing a Marauder had stolen a T9 energy converter from an unmanned Starfleet monitor post on Gamma Tauri 4. Initially, this Ferengi were extremely reluctant to make visual contact, but when they did, face of diamond tar filled the Enterprise view screen, hiding Ferengi's diminutive size and making them appear much more menacing. The bridge of the ship is located in the top front section. So here's our top view. You have our main bridge, which is down here. The extended neck and shell bay doors are right here, even through this crest here. And the torpedo launcher is back here. When we look down up front, I know it's really not a whole lot. You have your energy weapons that are right here. Basically where the claws are. And your deflector array on these two sides, the little orange things. Underneath, the cargo hold. Now, a lot of people would say that it's actually a freighter, but don't let it say just because it's a freighter does not mean that it's able to carry weapons. In the back right here, you have the warp engines and the impulse engines right here. Also got your warp reactor coolant exhaust. For the ship name for the Marauders, well, it been described as a warship, a transport, and an attack vessel, but the name was never mentioned in the Next Generation. The Ferengi currency was platinum, and it was made in ascending order of value, slips, strips, and bars. Platinum derived its value from the fact that it could not replicate by any existing or predicted technology. Now, creating these guys. Ugh. They were originally intended to be a ruthless race of space pirates. Just like what I said, they're space pirates who could pose a constant menace to Picard and his crew. They were made a huge recurring villains on Star Trek Next Generation. As such, they were initially portrayed as a very real threat to Captain Picard and his crew. Rahia graphs and menacing nature of the Ferengi were intended to reflect the worst traits of humanity in the 20th century and also contrast on how evolved humans had become by the 24th century. So, the Ferengi actually represented the worst materialistic excess and greed is good attitude that pervaded society in the 80s. Now, when we're talking about 80s, this is where Star Trek Next Generation is from. This is the Next Generation's time period, overlapping the movies with Admiral Kirk, then Captain Kirk. And this was obviously expressed when they pursued profit in their obsession with gold-pressed platinum. You guys are the ultimate capitalists. I always describe these guys as a bunch of buttheads. So this illustration was much closer to how Ferengi would appear to be on screen. They actually have two different types. Although the ears were much more pointed, their teeth were sharper. In their first appearance, they are portrayed as being aggressive like a grassing pack of hyenas. Seen jumping up, down, hissing each other made it difficult for the audience to take them very seriously. When us audience sorry, I'm just tired. When we first look at these guys, we're like, what the heck? So, designing these, actually, it's inspired by a horseshoe crab and an earwig to help suitably intimidating appearance. And it's actually true. The front end actually looks like an earwig, and the back end looks like a crab. So this is a preliminary sketch design of the Marauder by Andy Probert. This stage new Ferengi is supposed to be like pirates, and you want to make the ship actually look like it's dangerous with a front end claw. So, Andy actually drew this picture and concept, and Marauder kept his early idea of the front of the ship look like pincers on the back of an earwig. we'll take a look more when we get around to it. We'll take a look when we get around to the model itself. So, it actually uses design as a extendable boarding ramp underneath the underside of the nose, while auxiliary attack ship nestled with docking cavity. Both of these features were built studio models seen here. Neither ever feature as part of the show. We actually never seen them. The insert. So this is the primary studio model. The Marauder actually featured intricate hull details that were created by model railroad parts. Scenic art supervisor Mike Okuda stated that Frank added the Ferengi insignia that stems from an idea from design literally meaning dog eat dog. And it was colored with green for, green for greed, envy, and the color for money. And actually seen them right here. We'll take a look at it when we get to the model. So this little insert here, inset, is the model of the Enterprise D and the Marauder. So here it is, the primary articulated studio model of the Marauder often proved too much time consuming to film, so a smaller, more basic model was actually built. And it's actually seen here with the Enterprise D, so imagine how huge those two are. So here's our next page. The first appearance was the last Outpost in the Next Generation. It's been seen on Next Generation and Voyager. So key appearance, Menage A Troi from Star Trek The Next Generation. The Ferengi attended a trade conference on Beta where Daimon Tog became infatuated with Menage A Troi, that's the ship's counselor. Not least because he realized her telepathic abilities help him in business dealings. After Menage scorns Tog's advance, kidnaps her along with her daughter Deanna. Oh, I'm sorry. Menage is not the ship's counselor. It was actually Deanna Troi. I'm sorry. So, let's not worry about that. So he kidnaps her along with Deanna Troi and Commander Riker, beaming them to his Marauder before taking off high warp. It is left for the crew of the USS Enterprise to track down the Marauders, secure their release before any harm can be done to them. And another one was Star Trek Voyager Inside Man. Hologram of Lieutenant Reginald Barclay is sent to the crew of the USS Voyager with a plan to get them home by creating a geodesic fold between two giant red stars. In fact, the radiation from the stars would kill the entire crew, and the hologram is part of an elaborate plan by the crew of the Ferengi Maurader to get a hold of 7 of 9's nanoprobes, which to them they are extremely valuable. Marauder initiates a pulse into the red star to create a geodesic fold, but the real Lieutenant Barclay is on to the Ferengi, and it's just a question of time whether he can stop them in time. I'll leave these two in the links and down in the description for more. The actor Armin Shimmerman mostly played series regular in Star Trek Deep Space Nine as Quark. He also played Latik, leader of the Ferengi landing party, in their first appearance in the franchise in Star Trek Next Generation episode The Last Outpost. I'm going to leave a link for The Last Outpost down below. He made one further appearance as Ferengi where he played Amon Bractor in the second episode, Peak Performance. The Marauders made several appearances in Star Trek Next Generation, but only 2 were actually named. One was Crichton and Krichta. Although that their first contact with Ferengi did not occur until 2364, they did interact with humans on 2 earlier occasions. The first one was Quark, Rom, and Nog traveled back in time to Roswell, New Mexico in 1947 We all know that real well. The Roswell incident. And the second was when the crew of the Ferengi vessel ransacked the Enterprise in XL1 in 2351. So the next issue we'll take a look at is the USS Dauntless. So how can a disguised alien vessel as a prototype Starfleet ship come in this? We'll find out when we take a look. And this will be our next episode. So close that up along with this. I know I jumped the gun on this. I should have done this when I first got it, but it's okay. Here is the Ferengi Maurader. I'm going to tell you what, Ferengis, I don't like them, but it said I actually had green insignias, but I don't see them on here. But that's okay. They're actually one right here and the other up here. Now, when it goes like this. This is basically your earwig, as noted, pincers. Now, earwig, it actually does not actually goes into your ear. So here's a flat bottom. We take a look at the back. There's your warp engines and also your impulse engines and also your coolant. And your bridge is right up here. My first thought, it basically flies like a jellyfish, but I'm wrong. It basically flies like this. Deflector array would be right here. It's pretty flat, pretty bland. It also has this is a little unique color, yellow, transparent yellow. It's a little unique. That's the reason why I like this, is because the yellow is very unique. It stands out besides the red and the blue we've seen on the Federation vessels. And our display stand looks a little wonky, but it'll be fine. Also, I don't understand how this can be put on. I tried looking at it so many times and it just won't. When I actually have it like this, so this is how basically it looks like. Basically forward. It looks pretty cool. Even though the Ferengi is not one of my favorites, but they are pretty good as space pirates. So that's the reason why I actually call them space pirates. And I don't know if you noticed this, but from now on, for all magazines, for all binders, there will be magazines that are numbered now. Like for this one, 1 through 12 in this one, 13 through whenever I end up with. Here's top. Basically, I have actually a design of a horseshoe crab, but also a earwig pincers right here, which just basically looks cool. Please watch out for earwigs. They're not to be messed with. Bridge is right here. And basically, this little spine is right up here. Also, these are your flexible neck. Pretty cool. I like this. It looks very cool. I don't say I love it, but I definitely won't say it's actually one of my favorites. But, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoy this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video.